Trig Minerals is an exploration business advancing its portfolio of US-based critical minerals projects to support supply chain security for Western nations. Its flagship Antimony Canyon project in Utah is one of the largest and highest grade underdeveloped antimony systems in the US and could become the first domestic supplier of the metal. Antimony Canyon is complemented by the recently acquired Tennessee Mountain Tungsten project in Nevada and the Central Idaho Antimony project in Idaho. Ahead of appearing at IMARC, Trig Minerals Managing Director Andre Booyzen joins me to discuss the company's critical minerals strategy. Andre, welcome back to the Stock Network.
Thank you.
Now, the past few months have been transformational for Trig with the acquisition of 3 projects in the US. What is the rationale for pursuing really the US-based critical minerals strategy?
Well, like you said, it's been transformational for us. It's certainly keeping us busy, and it's pretty exciting. Really, what's driving it is, critical minerals across the world, but specifically in the US, on short supply. With China cutting off exports of things like antimony, tungsten, and rare earths, and all the other critical minerals. It's actually reached quite a serious point in the West, specifically, in terms of access to critical minerals. At the moment, there's no active antimony or tungsten mines in the US at all. There's none that we can see that are coming online pretty soon either, besides ours. And we just saw an opportunity really just to create a sovereign US supply of antimony and tungsten. And the projects we've acquired, they fit in perfectly with our team and our strategy.
Excellent. And your maiden exploration program at Antimony Canyon recently delivered multiple high-grade antimony zones. Can you tell us about this project's potential?
Well, just going on the exploration target, based on old work and work we've done since then, we've got the target of about 15 million tons at about between 1 and 1.5% antimony, and just the patented claims alone, which is the private land that we own, it's in the region of about 8 million tons at about 2% antimony. So we've done extensive sampling. We've just recently done geophysics, which we'll be announcing within the next couple of weeks. The results, we're still waiting for the summary. And then they really, the results have come out really pretty positive. And we estimate that it's a massive deposit, and we think it's probably one of the biggest, it's going to be the biggest in the USA, if not one of the biggest in the world. And we've got the potential there is to actually supply a large percentage of the US defense requirement, and probably up to 20% of the demand for antimony, within the US itself.
Excellent. And look, also more developments. In early September, you announced the potential for your Tennessee Mountain project to host a large-scale tungsten system.
Yes.
What makes this project geologically appealing?
Well, there's been some previous drilling there. Unlike a lot of other projects, there has been some previous drilling by previous owners, with really good grades that have come up. We believe it's a underexplored, very large deposit. Basically, what you have is these limestone that's been metamorphosed by granite intrusions, and as that happens, the limestone just really melts and releases all these minerals, and we think the limestone granite contact extends for well over 8 kilometers, and it's only really been drilled in some small areas down to about 100 meters, and we think it goes down to in excess of 500 meters. So it's exciting, large-scale project, not just in terms of the strike length, but also in terms of the depth and the possible width of the project as well, the deposit.
Excellent. And Andre, finally, strategic funding. You've recently pocketed $5 million from a strategic placement to renowned investment firm, Tribeca Investment Partners, while also simultaneously acquiring the Central Idaho Antimony project. What's the significance of this placement for the company's operations?
Well, firstly, the Central Idaho Antimony, we've been looking at that for a while, and that fits in again. That fits in perfectly with our strategy of critical minerals, specifically antimony and tungsten. And we're really happy and excited to have a company like Tribeca on board. They approached us and obviously showing a lot of confidence. And not just them, just shows generally investor confidence in the assets that we have, the projects that we have, shows investor confidence in the strategy and the team that we've got on board. and just raising that money, it just allows us to extend the exploration to Central Idaho antimony and to Tennessee Mountain as well. And we think that it'll hopefully spur on a few other large investment companies to do the same.
Fantastic. Well, Andre, it's certainly an exceptionally busy time for the company, and look forward to staying updated with those developments.
Thanks, Lel.